All right, what we're gonna do here is start this new tutorial 4 off with an all right, because that's how all the other tutorials started. It was like all right, all right, all right. So I thought might as well make it all right again. Enough of the stupid talk. Anyways, this tutorial I will be teaching how to make a music mashup, or not really a mashup, but kind of like a mix of songs. I'll edit it a little differently or placed in an order that I think made it have a cool effect. Um, so the first thing I did is I opened Audacity. That's the program I used, and uh, here's my project right now. I think it's coming along pretty nicely. We're gonna have to say File, New. Alright, and we got a new Audacity project here. You can go directly to your iTunes. Don't mind the fact that I was listening to Nick Jonas. I totally don't like him, obviously. I used a lot of Justin Timberlake songs. um, I suppose the first one I started with was, where is it? It was Carry Out. And you just drag that straight to Audacity. It loads for a couple seconds. 25, 17, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There we are. Alright. You got your clip here. You can play it just like so. Um, for the first one, I did something I thought was pretty neat. What you can do here is you can always click the plus button up here, and it will zoom in on whatever section you've selected. So I can play this here. And it's just easier to see the wavelength, I guess I would call it, of every song. Or, yeah, that's the best I got on that wavelength. That's what I'll call it. And you can select certain parts of the song easier. So say I wanted, let's go over here to the main part of the song. It's going pretty slow right now. What I did is I said edit, copied a part of the song I wanted to copy, and then I said file, new. No, I didn't say that. Never mind, I did not say that. How would I do this? Here's an easier way. I just did that again. Alright, and now that I got the two spaces here, I just deleted one of them. This one here, I guess. Come on. Click delete. Then you can say edit, go to edit, paste. And then what I did is I took the slider arrow here and I moved it to where I got it from the rest of the song, and I matched it up perfectly with the one I just took it from, so when it played it sounded exactly the same. And then instead of, there's no point in just copying and pasting it below it, so you have the same part of the song playing at the exact same time because you won't even be able to know. So what I did is I clicked on the part I copied, I said effect, I went to change pitch, and I made the pitch 7 lower than what it previously was. Okay. And the next thing I did, I copied it, and I did the same thing, but I put above this song right here at the exact same time, and I went effect, change pitch, and I did 7 above. So I had the same part of the song 3 times at the exact same time, except all the pitches were different. So it made a cool effect that was something like, here I have an example. Should be, zoom out on this a bit. Another scroller. This is what it came out to sound like. So yeah, I suppose, I mean, it could have been a little better, but I thought it had a cool electronic effect. It sounded like 3 different Justin Timberlakes were singing at the same time. So it made me relatively happy because I love Justin Timberlake. Um, let's see. The next thing I did, if we open that up again, this would be the next effect. All right, areas, I can feed you, you can feed me. Girl, deliver that to me, come see me. Cause me, you, all night. Have it your way, for play, before I feed your appetite. So basically what you were hearing there was kind of like an echo effect, but I didn't use the effect up here. I didn't use this echo effect here. All I did was I copied an area of the track itself, like before. I copied it, I pasted it below, and I just offset it by about probably less than a second. And that way, it plays the same clip, but it plays the same track, but it plays it immediately after it played the first time. So I like that effect. I like the self-generated echo effect more than the um, echo effect you would get if you actually used echo effect. So I thought that was cool. Not necessarily the hardest thing to do, just a lot of copy and paste. The third thing I can show you, if you go back to my project, is this right here. Alright, areas, I can feed you, you can feed me. Girl, deliver that to me, come see me. Cause me, you. Actually, it'd probably be over here somewhere. Let's play that. I feed your appetite. Do you like the well done? Cause I do it well. Cause I'm not seasoned, if it couldn't tell. But let me walk into your body till you hear me out. But tell me I'm more better, don't you cut me out. So you heard a multitude of things there. I think the first one that you really would have realized if you have ever heard the song is that there was a voice in the background that was much deeper than Justin Timberlake's voice. Same concepts we've already learned there. I copied and pasted the track above the original track, and I just did effect, and I did change pitch, and I changed the pitch way down. I made it way deeper, and then I matched it up with the track again. That made it sound like 2 different people were singing at the same time. It also made it sound kind of like rap-like. I don't know. And then at the very end, what I did there is I did the same kind of thing. I did the change pitch and stuff, but I also changed the speed of the track, which also makes the voice sound deeper, or the pitch sound deeper as well. And I slowed it way down to add a nice transition into the next song, which picked up rather quickly because it was Take Back the Night, of course. So excuse my sickness. It seems like every time I do these tutorials, I got some kind of cold. Probably because I stay up so late doing these tutorials. Ha, no pun intended. Here we go again. Use me up until there's nothing left. Dizzy, spinning, sweating, you can't catch your breath. Ooh, don't know when the sun is rising next. Take back the night. So get the feelings right and raise your saxophone. When we become the animals that were made in the jungle. When we become. Alright, so what you saw there was pretty close to the same thing I've showing for the last few minutes. I mean, it differs a little bit every once in a while, but that was a lot of track overlapping. Um, that time I had 3 going at about the same time. The only new thing I would pick out there is the fade, how the one song transitioned into another and it kind of faded out so that other song could come in. To do that, I went to Effect, and it's a very simple one as well. You just click Fade Out after you select the part of the track you want to fade out. So say I select this part of the track here, I say Effect, it's gonna fade out. Well, there you go. Fades out that part of the song, sounds something like this. For dessert, then I want a piece. Baby, give my order right, no errors. I'ma touch you in all the right areas. I can feed you, you can feed me. Girl, deliver that to me, come see me. Cause it's me, you, me, you. All night, have it your way. For play before I feed your appetite. Do you like it well done? Cause I do well. Probably could have made that a little shorter. I mean, like if I had a chance to do it again, I would have probably clicked play from about right here, but you get the point. It fades out like that, and I used that probably multiple times throughout this whole track here. I don't know if there's anything too much different. Creativity is the main point of all this here. I mean, you can add all these effects in at different points, and they'll all sound a little bit different. Like, I guess it's really about transitions if you're talking about like adding songs to each other, because you want to transition right. That's really what I was aiming for here. Sort of like this here. Rock your body. Bring the beat back. So, I mean, you get the point. 3 songs there. I feel like it transitioned really nicely. I could have done that better as well, but you can always do things better. Depending on how much time you want to put into it, you can separate the track more clearly. There's tons of other effects you can add, I'm sure, to just get the right transition down. Adding in other tracks to the main track is also rather complicated. I mean, matching that up right is hard. So I guess that was a good tutorial for pretty much basic effects and the basic things you need to know about Audacity. So that's what I would probably take away from this. Nothing too hard, nothing nobody else can't do. Definitely not a genius sitting here teaching this. So that is tutorial 4. Thank you for listening yet again, because I kind of ramble on and on, I know. To end this tutorial, I think there's only one thing left to do, obviously. Disrespect, it's my right to be hellish. I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful. Everybody wants a taste, that's why. Again, I don't like Nick Jonas.